as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Boston Scott, his first carry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mike 54. Pick me up. Here we go. I got you, baby. I got you. Hey, one set. I got you.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen throwing again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
57.
And again, it's Allen. Being chased out left. There goes a deep ball in. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To the air. Allen completes it to Davis. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Check, crunch.
On 2nd and 7, Allen dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Watch the run. 49.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it, and here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wooten. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Wiggles free. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll try the right side with Elliott. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Following the fumble recovery, Wooten over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Throw left side complete. That's Rowe. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down now. It's Bates, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now 4 or 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, Haywood. 33.
2nd and 14. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike check 33. 33. Come on, baby.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Darryl Worley up to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
To throw on second down. Wooten. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wooten. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Go. Let's go. And 96 is coming.
Off the play fake. Wooten. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And an out. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got room. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 31, check 31. Deuce. Say. Hey, orbit. Go.
Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
218, chopper.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check it back, check it. 61, matchbox, lights. Big grip, big grip.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Check. Man left, man left. Everyone, we got 4.
Second and 4. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marcus Green there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And it really helps out in a big way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Box drop.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back.
On the ready. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. This quarterback now, 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Hey, Steve, sit. What we got? Hey, check Mike 33. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, They work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're not ready for this. They still play. Ready?
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Wooten. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He's stopped.